Live. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go! Yo! Yo, it's the realest on the radio, the party bro living in the radio, making everybody go. Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Notice I just went down an octave. Streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. I start off high, and then I work my way low.
There you go.
Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, brother.
And good morning, Austin.
Good morning.
We got a jam-packed show for you on this Thursday morning. Very stoked about it. A lot of things that we're going to get to. For listener bait at around 7:35 this morning, we're going to do another round of News for Noobs. Give you some information for all my geek friends out there and give away a $50 gift card courtesy of Bookman's Entertainment Exchange. So, again, that's happening around 7:35. Our podcast broadcast will be fun. I might have my favorite hater in studio because I get people calling in and complimenting the show. Or, you know, the only feedback that you're going to get most of the time is that of positive feedback. But positive feedback doesn't necessarily make you better. It's the negative feedback that really makes me better personally. That's the fuel to my fire. It's like, you know, when I'm trying to talk to my bosses or consultants, I'm like, okay, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, because I want to know both, really. My favorite hater, if she comes in, will just tell me everything she hates. There's nothing that she likes, and that's good because
Honesty.
Yes, honesty is a virtue. So we have a lot of things that we're going to get to this hour, like I was saying, and I'm checking my notes right off the bat. I forgot to mention that we did a chicken wing draft the other day.
That was fun.
Yes. So here's how, and I want to teach young Austin this. This is a good lesson.
Alrighty.
All right. So I have an air fryer, right? And it's the best. And Powers has never had air fried chicken wings. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Air fried chicken wings is like a guilt-free, chicken wing experience.
I don't know if I have either.
Oh, see? Yeah. Well, eventually, if you ever come over to my house for more than 5 minutes.
He's always got places to be.
Yeah.
Busy.
Gotta pop in.
You might experience those. But I had Powers come over because I was borrowing his weed whacker. We're watching the South Park special that aired on Paramount Plus.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
we'll
The one
talk-
where they're all adults, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the 9 o'clock hour as well. Break that down. But so I had 2 pounds worth of chicken wings that I got. And I'm like, well, why don't you come over? You have lunch too, because I'm not going to eat these 2 pounds of chicken wings. I need someone to split these with me as much as I would. I actually could eat them, but I shouldn't eat them. So I air fried up these chicken wings. And you know how it is with chicken wings. When you see a bunch of chicken wings, you immediately lock in on what your favorite wing is, right?
Absolutely.
You look at it, you're like, oh,
Yep, I want that.
I
one.
want that
I
one.
scouted out. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I know in situations where it's like, okay, why don't you grab some chicken wings for yourself, and then I'll get whatever, then Power is going to pick all his favorites or possibly be my favorite, and that would have been unfair. And if I would have went first, I would have picked all my favorites because I'm selfish, and then he would have had all the leftover reject wings, and that wouldn't be fair. So I said, the only fair way to do this, bro, is to do a chicken wing draft.
And
you
he was
know?
on the money right there. He said he was scouting them out. That's what you do. You scout them out. You got to send the scouts, right?
Yeah.
Scout out your talent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so for flats of drums, which ones look crispy, which ones look juicy and plump. I mean, there's a lot of factors that you're going to weigh in when you're doing a chicken wing draft.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. And luckily, I mean, since I made the chicken wings, no, actually, did I give you the first round
I
draft
think
pick?
as a guest, I got first round draft.
Yeah, so I was courteous enough to let him have first pick
You're a good
because
host.
I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we took turns just going one by one and drafting our chicken wings, and they were fantastic.
They were. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So each one by one, we're picking yours out one by one.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's how you do it.
Okay.
This way it's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Smart.
That was
Right?
the only fair way to do it in this situation. And that should be a man law. And it was the first time I was in this situation. You know, I mean, I made wings for people before, but I'm really just doling out wings to people and then keeping the best ones for myself.
So
Right.
But
you'd never done that or called it that or said that?
Never. That was the
Because
first time.
I thought that was like some old tradition that I was like, oh, this is a brilliant idea. That makes a lot of sense.
No.
You could
just
have
came
told
up
me
with
that was a long
brand new-
time thing, and I would have believed you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, air fryers haven't been around forever. I mean, they just gained popularity the last couple of years.
Just even the chicken wing draft concept.
Yeah.
This way, it doesn't come to blows. You're there with friends, and you're like, all right, we just take turns. It's a draft.
Look, I've been a longtime lover of chicken wings, and I know that internally I've had this conflict over and over again, whether I'm feeling like I got screwed out on my favorite chicken wings or I'm feeling like I screwed someone over on getting the favorite chicken wings. Because usually you get like pizza wings, you get like 50 wings.
Yeah.
Someone goes up to grab their wings. What are they doing? They're grabbing all the best looking wings.
Absolutely.
And then you're just left with a bunch of fried up drumsticks. Nobody wants that. People want some flats. They want some variety. Some people want all flats.
Flat's the best.
The flats are the best, but again, to be fair, so you're a drumstick guy.
I'm going with drumsticks. Yeah.
And that's fine. You could eat chicken wings in my house any day because then you could eat all those drumsticks.
Sweet.
It'll save me a couple because I do like the meat, but I'll take majority of flats. I'm a flat man.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And
buddy.
no problem. But yeah, so this is my advice to everybody. We usually end the show with a beef tip. My beef tip to start off the show is next time you're making you order wings or you make wings around friends, do it the fair way, do a chicken wing draft, and you'll both end up happy.
Yep.
And if someone's not happy, it's their fault. They regret their draft picks.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, next time maybe you'll do a little more research before you go into the draft.
See, now you got to scout them.
Yeah, you got to scout 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's hit the reset. When we come back, we'll have our morning moron. We're also going to play a classic that our grandparents loved. It was Adam Sandler's The Hanukkah Song. And why are we going to play this song this hour? Well, one, it's Hanukkah. We're smack dab in the middle of Hanukkah.
Yep.
Two, we have a young person on the show, and that is Austin. Austin, how old are you again?
24.
24, right? Adam Sandler name drops a ton of celebrities in the Hanukkah song. But are they celebrities to a 24-year-old? That's what we're going to find out when we play the Hanukkah song to Austin a little bit later as well. So keep it right here all morning long. Tell a friend to tune in to Rock 102.1. We got Five Finger Death Punch coming up after Blur. Here's song 2. Let's go. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, welcome on to the live podcast broadcast. Again, those are all my teases that I did in the show open, as you may have known, or if you're just joining us for the first time this morning, good morning. And I did post that clip of Austin and the Hanukkah song already on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
But I might replay it again in the podcast. Fair warning. We are going to be checking in via satellite with Kat Rumbly here in a little bit. If you've been following her on Instagram, you know that she is going all the way across country to Florida, and she's been having adventures and misadventures. So we want to see how it's all going. And we're going to share some of her stories as well.
Yeah. It's not going well.
You think it's not going well?
If you don't like, it's fun that we promote Kat and talk about stuff. Like, you really should follow her because this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's her going on this trip to get to back home in Florida. But spoiler alert, can I say the one thing that went wrong immediately?
Yeah.
She lost her wallet.
She lost her fucking wallet.
She lost her wallet. So now it's just been her trying to deal with, like, I have to find a thing in the middle of text that has Apple Pay. Gah. And it's the funniest thing on earth.
I know. So let's go through some of her stories real quick before we have her pop in, as we'll do that in a little bit. But let's see where we're at here. I got to go back some. She posts so many stories and she's like, I thought you were updating. I'm like, hey man, you got so many stories. It's hard to keep up. Let's see. That story's no longer available. And then here, where's my audio? Oh, I got it.
Apple Pay and this Texas town. It's not good.
Do it again.
Yeah, I'm legitimately driving around looking for a restaurant that takes Apple Pay and this Texas town. It's not going good so far. It's not going good.
Oh. And then she's at McDonald's, looking like, oh damn it, I'm at McDonald's because Kat's trying to be all healthy. There's her Spotify list. Then she has that. She's got her dog with her, so she's not alone.
And then those people, wait, go back one.
So just thanks.
What?
Those people helped her out. Look at that. That's people got her a coffee. Here's some money for this. Here's some money for that.
Oh, that's very sweet. So that's what we'll get updates on too.
Yeah.
I didn't see this either. I would have sent her some money.
Right? Me too.
We're
I only
friends.
saw this a little bit ago. And you
That's
saw
our
the
excuse anyways.
It is. The previous story was gone where it's her talking about her losing a wallet because again, the stories, they disappear after 24 hours. So like this is so funny, and it is. It's just going away. So I recommend. This was funny.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got.
Hi. So just things to know if you ever lose your wallets on a trip You cannot go into your bank without an ID and get cash, which I was pretty sure. But you like legit, it's not. Even if you have a photo of your ID, it does not matter. Also, I've been waiting for this freaking brewery. Boo!
She is learning so much on this road trip, which is fantastic, and that's great that she is learning so much.
To open, and I've been calling, and then I realized there's a time difference, so I have to wait another.
Now, Kat is smart. Kat is smart because she's putting the subtitles over her sports bra. And then here's another thing. Let's just address the elephant in the room, okay? I was watching Kat's stories, and then my girlfriend pops up and is like, well, what are you watching? And I freaked out, and I threw my phone across the room like nothing. I wasn't looking at Kat's stories, I swear.
That's so funny.
There is echo when you play audio? All right. Yeah, so
that's why the captions are there. You'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll mute it. And see what else said. I kid you not, I just found a Starbucks gift card for $5 on the outside of my vehicle, and nobody's reading this, Cat. I'm sorry. You can't even see it, but yeah. I mean, it's adorable. So yes, we're gonna see how she's doing. Hopefully she's doing better. Sounds like she's doing better. And this is why I wanted to touch base with her. Here's an update on Rico too, because at the beginning of the week, I voiced my concerns that Rico may be joining a cult, and I want him to be able to check in to give us an update on what he's been doing day-to-day life in Tulum, and just to see where his head's at, which I'm sure he's not joining a cult. It's my concern. I'm a worrywart, but at the same time, if
we get a photo and his head shaved,
then we're gonna have to stage an intervention.
Yes.
But he's trying to figure out what would be the best day, because he's literally getting drunk every day. And I'm like, well, that's good, because you're in Mexico. You should be getting drunk every day and treating it as a vacation, but you are there for a month, so you might want to pace yourself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I was there for a month, had no worries or concerns or responsibilities, would I be getting drunk every day? Yeah, probably. In paradise? Yeah. Eating tacos? Absolutely. Drinking cheap tequila? Yeah. Hanging out with hot hippie chicks? Mm-hmm. Check. So it's going to be a while before I'd be sober. So it'll be a surprise if I hear from Rico this week. But I'm sure within sometime next week, we'll definitely have him pop in as well.
Can he grow facial hair? Can he grow facial hair now?
He could go partial facial hair.
I'd love if he just did come back and it's been like a month and he comes back and he's all like, dudes, and he's all like ridiculous.
Well, he can't grow a beard, so he won't turn into a full shaman.
All right.
And I don't think you're allowed to become a full shaman until you can grow a full beard. So that's good news. He'll come back as an apprentice, maybe, if he comes back. But there's still a chance that he won't come back.
I know.
Yeah, it's not that he said that was his plans on not coming back. This is me assuming that if he goes there and they lock him in, that he won't come back, and they'll figure out a way. And if he starts making money down there, he has no reason to come back. This is kind of like a holdover spot for him.
They pay male dancers down there well?
Yeah, I think they do. In pesos. All right, let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's the podcast broadcast, the only podcast that's live on the radio. We're talking all things Rico joining a cult or not joining a cult. We're going to be checking in with Kat Rumbly on the stream here momentarily. But first, I want to give you an update, because debt collectors are about to get a whole lot annoying starting today.
Why?
Glad you asked. Because they're now permitted to slide into your DMs.
Oh, what?
Legitimately, right? So debt collectors will now be allowed to contact you through direct messages on social media. So they'll be able to track you down via Facebook, via Instagram, via Twitter, and say, hey, where's my money?
Really?
Yes. And this is going to drive people insane. If you thought before all the phone calls you were getting from debt collectors was annoying, just wait until you start checking your inbox. And if you're a guy, you're like, oh, wow, I got a message. Wonder what that is. If you're a girl, you're like, oh, another message. That's the difference, because girls get DMs all day long. Guys, it's like a graveyard. No actions there. And then the only action you get is a D pic, but it's not a picture of a D. It's a picture of your debt.
Debt pic.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be sliding those D pics in there.
Right. Like nobody likes D pics unsolicited, no matter what. And now we could add to a definition of this D pic that people are not looking forward to when they check their DMs. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau I always have a hard time saying this word.
Yeah.
Approved it last year, and it just went into effect this week. So if you've been getting more DMs lately, you might not want to check them. It's not going to turn out the way you want it to be, especially if you owe some money.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's where we're at today. That's the technology today, is that we're at the unsolicited debt pick.
Oh, good. Well, maybe my
Sliding your DM.
actual mailbox will stop being filled with all this glossy garbage from people trying to give me free credit advances and all this stuff because it's a nightmare.
Yeah, this is not even your emails. I mean, like, this is literally your social media.
Yeah.
So I'm
horrible.
lucky. Actually, I'm unfortunate that I filed for a bunch of loans under Beef Vegan because I'm like, that's not my real name. They'll never figure me out.
He's on the lam.
Yeah. Beef Vegan owes $500,000, but Brad, he's debt free.
Nice.
Yeah, I
That's a
know.
good move.
That's how I live large. That's how I could buy 2 pounds of chicken wings at a time, Powers.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, let's hit the reset. When we come back now, Powers, yesterday we were giving him updates on how to make his Bumble profile better, just so he could attract a nice lady to get to know.
It was a good time.
Now, the thing is, once you get to know a nice lady, eventually it's going to turn into sexting. So I came up with a list of the 5 mistakes you're probably making when sexting and how to do it better. We're going to break down that list next on Beef Vegan Presents. So don't go away. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
I think I have a good punchline joke for that. Hang on. Is it tips for sexting? You say, so should I use my thumbs? Is what you're saying?
Ah, yeah. Try using your thumbs, not the middle one.
Try using your thumbs.
Yes. Yes, you could be a shaman, Manny, with your glorious beard.
What's it called when you have when you text, do you have this on your phone? What do you choose? Do you punch the numbers or do you slide around?
I punch the numbers. I don't do a slide.
I don't like the slide either, right?
Yeah.
So there's another joke because if you're using your D, you got to have that slide sense.
Yes, that's
it's
true.
It's a lot of typos.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a lot of typos.
Let's see. There's just Kat with a beanie. I'm going to invite Kat right now. And while I invite Kat to get her backstage, we talked about a couple things this morning. One thing in particular that impressed us because we're crude dudes with attitudes is the world's loudest burp.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, and we have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce you to him. He goes a little something like this. Check it out. Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Coming up at 7:15, you're going to get the keyword for the Masters of Prizes promotion to get that autographed guitar from Jerry Cantrell, hopefully. Also, later on in the show, we're going to check in with Kat Rumbly. She's on the road. She's on a road trip from Arizona all the way to Florida, and she's been having adventures and misadventures. So I'm going to touch base with her, remind her to be safe. She concerns me. I am a dad. I'm like, well, please be safe there, Miss Kat. And, stop wearing sports bras that show you off a little too much at truck stops because that seems dangerous to me. I am concerned.
It's your instinct kicking in. Yeah.
She is the best to follow on Instagram, though, by the way. That's Curious Cat with 3 T's. But first, a lot of people aspire to be the best or the greatest in the world at something. Mm-hmm. For some people, that's like the greatest basketball player or the greatest high jumper, the greatest sprinter. And for others, just be the greatest burper, right? And that's what happened with this guy. They're the world's loudest burp. Was a record that was started in 2009 and held up until this year. When a new contestant named Neville Sharp from Australia said his wife recognized his talents as a burper. Recognized his talents. Like, will you shut up with your burping? Why don't you enter a contest or something? You're so loud. That's how she sounds. So he's been honing his skills for the past 5 years just to set a world record. And, ladies and gentlemen, he accomplished his feat. I actually have a video of this that I'm going to share with you real quick so you could hear how loud his burp is. Now, the record for the loudest burp by a woman is 107 decibels. They did that in 2019. They recognize his burp as the loudest ever produced by a human at 112.4 decibels. And he actually broke it twice. The first one was 110 on the dot. Wow. And then he was able to go higher. He's like, give me another beer. So check this out. This is amazing.
Gee, pardon me.
Did that scare you? You guys jumped a little bit when I did that.
Yes. That's a bass boosted burp.
That's a bass boosting burp. Absolutely.
110.0.
There you go. That's just how sure. 110. I bet you they felt that. And you know what, though? I mean, most of the loudest burps don't go documented. So right. I feel like I've had the world's loudest burp, like burped right into my face. and it was projectile at the same time. But that's another story for another time. Let's see if he could beat 110. I know he can. Oh,
Goodness.
and it's registering. 112.
112.4.
This is the 112. Wait, right here.
Ugh.
Ooh, all right. So real quick, 112.4 is the decibels. It's time to see if one of our friends here on the show can break that. Powers, you want to try to start?
No.
No?
Nothing. I
Oh,
got
that's like 3 decibels. It's gross.
that was if it was even that.
All right. Austin? Nah.
Well,
I can do better than that. Oh, I guess I can't.
Nah.
All right. Well, there you go. Hats off to the champ.
Yay.
Let's hit the reset. When we return at 7:15, you're listening for that keyword. Plus, Spotify has their whole warp year thing. The year. All right, we're back here. And yeah, I guess there was an echo thing. Hopefully there's not an echo when we talk with Cap, but there might be a slight echo. Just give me a heads up in the comments if you hear that. And Powers just informed me. So what happened was when I asked Powers to burp, he couldn't really burp that great. And the reason why is because he was extremely nauseous at the time.
Yeah, these morning show. I mean, again, I think we said maybe I'm pregnant. Some of this morning sickness, it happens.
Right. And I apologize for that.
I'm a little, I was like, uh-oh.
Ah.
Let me dash out of here.
Yeah, apparently he was close to throwing up, but I kind of, for the sake of radio, like throwing up is not really bad for ratings, last I heard. So,
the video wasn't on.
You would
so.
have people just like running to their phones, be like, hey, were you just listening to Rock 102.1? Power just throw up.
That guy just barfed.
Yeah. So waiting to see if Kat can join us backstage here. But first, I got some quick updates. Spider-Man No Way Home had the biggest Fandango ticket pre-sale since Avengers Endgame in 2019.
That's awesome.
So you're talking huge.
That's how hyped people are for Spider-Man.
And hype to get back into the movie theaters. And of course, then you got the stupid new variation making its way around. But I don't think that's going to stop people from going to see Spider-Man No Way Home. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to go. I mean, I'll double mask if I have to.
Let me ask you something. Can we, when are you going? Are you going to try to get in there at midnight? Do you think
no,
Herb?
No.
You think Herb?
What? It's not midnight on a Friday night.
Midnight on a Thursday.
Yeah, fuck no, dude. I do a morning show. What are you
just
talking
stay
about?
up for 36 hours.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Do you want to go see it at 10:05?
Yes.
All right. Because
the next day.
Yes. Can we do that?
Yes. Because look, that's going to be less people anyways.
That was my plan, to just go like in the day after the show, because I'm like, who's going to be there, noon.
Yeah. Linda said, we rate our burps here at work from 1 to 10. Sometimes they're off the Richter scale.
Nice.
That's a good game to play at work.
Heck yeah.
In other movie news, A White Man Can't Jump is getting a remake. Are you happy or sad about this, or indifferent?
I think I'm indifferent. Why does that need a remake?
Yeah. Why does it need a remake? Because I think that movie is a classic. I love that movie. Here's a fun fact about White Man Can't Jump, because I was a big fan of that movie when it came out. First off, it made Woody Harrelson's career. He was Woody.
That movie?
Yeah. As a movie star.
Yeah.
As a movie star. Before that, he was just Woody from Cheers.
Is that his first kind of movie?
First major film where he was the star, and it was a breakout hit. It was a surprise hit too. Another thing is they went to basketball camp. So all those shots in that film, there was no CGI back then. They made those shots. So
there you go.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson at the time, excellent basketball players. Woody Harrelson still loves playing basketball to this day. And, they had to go through this basketball camp, and everything that you see on film with Woody Harrelson doing the crossover and hitting those long range shots, that's all him. And it's all the skills he developed. And so you could tell at an early age that, he was going to take the extra effort to put on a great performance.
Yeah.
And he hasn't disappointed since.
No,
Woody Harrelson will go down as one of the greatest actors of our generation.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal. And you know what else? They also both did rob a money train together in real life so they could prepare for that film.
No, that was after.
Yeah.
Because the success was so good. They're like, we got to buddy these guys up.
That's right.
All right. So real quick, here's a trivia question for our streamers. What is your favorite Woody Harrelson film of all time? Legitimate answers, please. I want to know. I'm curious to see. Let's see.
What's yours?
I would have to actually maybe say White Man Can't Jump. Like I said, I was a stan of White Man Can't Jump. I've seen that movie probably like 30 times, maybe because Rosie Perez gets naked in it too. And I was a young man, and that was a very thrilling experience for me.
That's right. There you go.
Natural Born Killers is a good one.
That's what I was
Anthony.
figuring. Is people going to say Natural Born Killers?
Yeah, or The People versus Larry Flint. I think he did a fantastic job.
Good point.
In The People versus Larry Flint. Spot on Larry Flint. And let's see, what other? I don't think he was in Anger Management. So that's Adam Sandler. So try again there, Eric.
Yeah, whatever. We don't got a blank on it. We'll figure it out.
Okay, well, do you have one?
I was gonna say it's probably Natural Born Killers. It's probably that. Honestly.
What about Zombieland?
Oh, never mind. You win. Zombieland.
Zombieland's a fun movie.
Zombieland. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I love
we got 43 seconds before we go back live on the air on the broadcast side of this broadcast with our 5 mistakes you're probably making while sexting. And you should give us an update on, he had a great speech in the last Planet of the Apes. Yes. And that Planet of the Apes trilogy is fantastic too. I love that. You should probably give us an update on the pictures that you chose for your Bumble profile, because these guys did so well in helping you.
You really did
realize what mistakes you were making. And there were many. So many.
So, and I need advice, right? So would we wait till we're done with the radio part?
Okay, so yeah, he did a bit part as a transvestite. That doesn't count, Eric. Still not Woody Harrelson's film. Come on, get it together, man. Rock 102.1 KFMA's Beef Vegan presents. Just admonishing our streamers. Damn it, Eric. No, Woody Harrelson was not a star of Anger Management. No, in no world, no multiverse is that the case. I do have some tips to give you guys. And it's not just Powers, but yesterday on the broadcast, we were helping Powers out with his Bumble profile because ladies love Powers in real life.
Yeah.
But to get that appeal online via these dating apps, that's a very difficult thing to do.
Different
and sometimes,
rules.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you misrepresent yourself. I mean, sometimes you put too much of yourself out there. You don't leave any mystery. And so we went through a whole bunch of pictures and we made fun of the ones that we thought were silly. And then we also picked some of the ones that we thought were good. And that's step one. Step two is once you start talking to somebody that is a nice person, eventually it's going to turn sexual because you're dating.
Yes.
And sexting is a major part of dating nowadays because you meet, you match, you talk, you chat, then you start getting a little flirtation, then you start sexting, then you meet up for drinks, then you start sexting a little bit more, and then bang, boom, bam, and then you never call them again. Anyways, here are 5 mistakes you're probably making when sexting and how to do it better.
Okay.
All right. So coming in number 5, you don't check your sext before you hit send. And it's very important to do this. Okay. A typo can ruin a very good sext.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. So you could go into like, I like your moves. And it says, I like when you move. And it just doesn't, all of a sudden you look like some weird freak with a cow fetish. You know?
Ew, that's a real thing, by the way.
Absolutely.
People love cowgirls now.
They do. So always check your sext. And I understand when you're going back and forth, you're in the heat of the moment. You want to give a quick reply or you're just like on fire. But, you have to proofread, then hit send. All right. Coming in number 4 of the 5 mistakes you're probably making when sexting, you do it at the wrong time. Say it's like 2:00 in the afternoon. They're in a work meeting. They can't just hear about your throbbingness at the time. You get it? All right. Number 3 in the 5 mistakes you're making when sexting, your language is a turnoff. Now, in this situation, I'm not talking about coarse language, I'm talking about using filthy words when sexting. Sometimes filthy words really add emphasis. I'm talking about nerdy words. I'm talking about words that aren't sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The words with too many syllables. Dumb it down, stupid.
Oh, okay.
That's how you do it.
Keep it simple. Kisses, right?
Uh-huh.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Absolutely. Coming in number 2 in the 5 mistakes you're probably making when sexting, your sexts are boring. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're like, girl, I can't wait to lay you down and missionary you all night. And then that's probably it. And afterwards, maybe we'll cuddle and watch a little bit of reality TV and pass out.
And then weren't we going to go to Bed Bath & Beyond tomorrow? We should probably get sleep. And then just start turning to a regular text for plans.
Yeah, right. What are you, married? Come on, man. And if you're married, step it up. Go back to sexting. You'll spice it up. Trust me, it's a good time. In fact, right after I'm done with this segment, I'm going to sex my girlfriend right now.
There you go.
Probably in an inappropriate time. She's a preschool teacher. You don't want to see that stuff around kids, so maybe I'll wait till after work. All right, coming in at number 1 of the 5 mistakes you're probably making when sexting, well, and how to do it better, you cross boundaries. Now, it's easy to get carried away when the texts are getting hot and heavy, but be careful not to get too wild too soon. A good rule of thumb is this. Would you express these desires in person? right? And I could give you plenty of examples, but at the same time, I want to keep my job.
There you
I
go.
think you know what I mean when I say crossing boundaries. You guys are freaks out there. There's a lot of you that are. So, if you have the innermost desires, wait until you get to know the person, date someone, and then reveal that you're really Christian Grey and you want to tie them up and spank them and things like that. Okay?
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, I know.
I've got that bonus one. Remember I was telling you a moment ago?
What?
It's something I learned recently. Use your thumbs, actually. I was wrong the whole time. I thought you got to use something else.
You're totally doing it wrong.
Yeah.
That's why your screen's cracked.
It took a long time, too, to get those messages out. Lots of misspellings.
Let's hit the reset. Joining us on the podcast broadcast stream right now is going to be Kat Rumbly. We're going to see the beautiful Kat and get updates on her road trip adventure. Now, you can join us on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page or youtube.com/BeFegan. Stick around. We got more BeFegan Presents coming up next on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Man, I spit that out like a champ. I was like, ba 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 ba. Let's say hi to Kat. Good morning, Kat. Hey, it's good to see you.
It's so good to see you. I miss being in studio. It's weird.
We miss having you in studio, but we are enjoying your stories and your misadventures.
I can't believe what you're dealing with.
I know.
Oh my God. It has been a journey. That's all I got to say. I mean, for real, it's day 2.
Right. It's only day 2. Like I text her. I was like, hey, so how's your road trip going? She's like, I haven't even left yet. I'm like, bro, come on, man. I thought you wanted to go to Florida. Let's do this. We want to get updates. And then so she goes, she gets everything done here. And then almost immediately shit started going wrong.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I say I lost my wallet, but now I'm kind of convinced it got stolen.
Oh.
Okay. So let's backtrack. Okay. As you're going, where do you think it may have gotten stolen?
Well, I think I got stolen in El Paso.
Okay, in El Paso, were you at like a campsite or a truck stop or someplace shady? Or just the entire city of El Paso is kind of?
Yeah, no, I literally just stopped there to get beer, and this brewery sucks. Like, it is so bad. I can't even tell you like how annoyed I am about this whole adventure, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try some local beer, like support local. And I go in there and I'm like, oh, I'll get like 6 different kinds, right? The total was like $30. And
for a 6-pack?
Yes. And like, I drink good beer, right? But that's still
they gave you the tourist rate. They gave you the tourist rate for sure. They're like, she's not from around here. She has all her teeth.
Ridiculous. And then I think I left my wallet there, got stolen. I don't know. Okay. And then I camp. It's, I'm like, whatever. Next morning I wake up and I'm like driving to Austin. And then I am in this like random ass Texas town in the middle of literally nowhere.
Yeah, Texas is scary.
Yeah. And I do Apple Pay at the gas station, whatever. And then I go inside to like get my road snacks, ask my fans, like, what do you want me to get? Whatever. So go in there and the lady's like, oh, Apple Pay doesn't work. And I'm like, I mean, it works out there, but okay, whatever. Oh, I'll go get my wallet. No problem. And then I'm like, my wallet's not in my car. My wallet's not in my car. And my car is like my house right now, right? Like,
yes,
there's just shit everywhere.
Right.
Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I'm like, okay, this is a problemo because I don't have any of my stuff. I don't have my ID. I don't have cash. I don't have anything.
This is a nightmare scenario for somebody who is driving from Arizona to Florida. You're going cross country and now you don't have an ID. You don't have any of your debit or credit cards. You don't have shit.
All I have is Apple Pay.
And how do you have Apple Pay? Is that just on your phone? Yeah.
Yeah. But also the Apple Pay card is one of the cards that was in my wallet. So I'm having to constantly monitor it to make sure no one's using it because I need it.
You can't cancel your Apple Pay right now.
It's my lifeline. But anyway, so like I'm literally driving around this town looking for a restaurant that accepts Apple Pay just to like be a person and get some
just to eat.
Just with her phone everywhere, just walking around. Anyone.
And I don't even know how to explain this. Like, I love little towns like this, but I'm walking in, there's like a random dog just like in the corner, just like,
like Mexico.
Yeah. And I'm just like, hey, do you guys take Apple Pay? And they're like, well, what? I'm like, okay. Like I said it on my stories, but I swear to Christ, everyone thinks I'm trying to pay with actual apples.
I think she's trying to pay with apples. I knew it.
Anyway,
I knew it.
You know it's gonna have it. Apple Pay. Like, well, how many
Dude.
apples do you think I need to get this? To give you this soda?
literally. And so I found a McDonald's. McDonald's has been like my savior. You know, they have clean.
It's the only thing you could eat. You're gonna gain 40 pounds going from here to Florida.
I already have. And
No, you haven't.
anyway, so blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but here's the problem, right? So I'm waiting for this damn brewery to open.
Mhm.
Okay. So I can call them. They will not pick up the phone. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with Texas people. I know I'll offend people. I don't really care. Like,
Yeah.
it is bad.
Right. You look way too liberal to drive through a lot of parts of Texas. You'll be fine in Austin. You'll be fine in parts of Dallas, but
I'm not going
Huh?
on now. I'm switching my trip because
Oh,
I'm sitting there being like, where can I drive to where there's civilization and where can I drive to within a mile range that is I won't run out of gas. Like that's the
Oh, no.
situation I'm in.
see, this is sketchy, and this is why you should have brought Powers along with you, like I suggested. You
No,
know,
it's fine.
yeah, no, it sounds like you're driving through every area where the hills actually have eyes. So it's a very sketchy
so
road trip.
funny. That's
How about you? Since you could only live off McDonald's, how about you try to map out a road trip from McDonald's to McDonald's, and it would be cats across the McDonald's America.
Cat's McRoad
Fine.
trip across the country.
Different pictures in front of different golden arches.
Honestly, if people road trip, like McDonald's is the place to stop off because like their bathrooms are always so clean. Like
That's good.
I know. It's better than
Yeah.
a rest stop. Also, what's up with rest stops and the short doors? Like
I know. I saw that in your story. She got her stand-up material going
I was
on.
like, what's the deal with
Yeah. It's because with the short doors, it's so people can see other people tapping their feet, and that's code to get it on.
Yes.
Yeah. So if anyone's tapping their feet next to you, that means they're trying to get it on.
what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
That
I
might
heard
be in
a
the-
lot of tapping in there.
Yeah.
You're tapping in there.
Yeah, and I ran because I'm in Texas. I don't want any part. Anyway, whatever. It's been a journey.
Okay, let me ask you this, because you're in a motel room right now. I'm
Yeah.
sure the nicest one in some podunk town in Texas.
I'm
How
in
did
Odessa.
okay? That's a great band, but that's it.
Yeah.
So how did you pay for this room?
Yeah, so I gotta give it. Okay, so anybody watching that isn't following me on Instagram, I mean, I am gonna plug myself because what I'm going through is hilarious. Like,
Right.
it's
I
just
thi-
funny.
It is.
I'm like, when are things gonna? But honestly, this is the kind of stuff that I love because it makes an adventure, right? Like it's annoying, like it sucked. But anyway, I like kind of had said to my fans like early in the day, like, I don't ever do this, but hey, if you want to send me like $2 for a coffee, that'd be dope. And then the day took a turn and yeah, people have like sent a lot of money. Like I'm shocked. Like I'm so grateful. Like hundreds.
No. Did you purposely wear the sports bra when you asked for help?
No, it was
I'm sure it didn't hurt. I was just telling a story before you came on. And I was checking out your stories, and then my girlfriend came up and was like, "What are you looking at?" And I threw my phone across the room. Like, nothing. I'm not looking at anything at all.
me. She
I
met
just
me.
can't.
She knows what's up. No, it wasn't on purpose, but my mom was FaceTiming me and she's like, I was like,
She's
I'm like,
concerned
oh,
now, isn't she? She's
huh?
like, you're at like a truck stop in a sports bra. That's amazing.
No, she literally was like, she's like, oh, are you gonna put a shirt on when you go in the store? You don't need anything else happening. And I was like, I mean, she's not wrong because it's just me and truckers. And like,
right.
once again,
And truckers are horny.
I'm not trying to offend anyone, but like, there's a certain type of person who's a trucker.
Right. 100%.
You know, and they were just
100%.
like, anyway.
Yeah, but to be fair to truckers and just guys in general, all guys have the same reaction. Kat, that was a crazy sports bra there where you're like, oh wow. I mean, I was surprised. Even I was surprised. And that's the best way I'm going to put it. And we're going to move on quickly.
I was about to say, you're almost shaming her at this point with these compliments.
I'm not shaming her. I'm definitely not shaming.
You're getting almost two compliments.
But, as like a dad, and I'm not your dad, but I'm a dad of a girl and everything, because I'm just concerned. I immediately, my concern is like, I need to be there next to cat with a gun being like, get back, perverts.
His dad vibes did come out. I hope she's being okay.
Yeah.
I hope she's being safe.
Stay safe. Oh.
I know. It's funny.
It's like you try uglying yourself up a little bit, and that will make you go.
Did
across America easier. You did?
I did. I went camping and I was like in a freaking beanie with like black clothes on with all of my dog's hair everywhere, and I'm like, and when I was at the bar,
don't care.
I love it too, because Powers and I both look, we're like, yeah, no, we seen you in the beanie, and then you how you wear it just ever to the left, so like, oh bullshit, you're looking adorable in your beanie.
What?
Like you didn't wear it like a hobo. You got to wear it like a hobo.
I did. Yeah, show my hair. It was just like head. I looked whatever. It doesn't matter.
I see that right there. That's not hobo.
Yeah, I know. Look at this hobo who's selling me some, give me any brand of clothing.
Yeah.
Like, right? I'd buy that beanie. That's
whatever.
So okay, so with the brewery, you never got a hold of them. You never found out if they got your information.
I did. I finally did, and I'm like,
okay.
Oh my God, I just can't. So I finally do, and the chick's like, let me call you back, and I'm like, please. So then I wait like 30 minutes. I finally call her. She's like, oh, sorry. We don't see it here. And I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. And at that point, I'm just done. Like I've moved on. My wallet's gone. I don't really care anymore. What's the next step? So I'm in this freaking town that like doesn't accept Apple Pay anywhere and smells like gas, like a gas leak. So that's
the whole town smells like gas.
No,
and with the brewery, they robbed you twice. You know that, right? So they robbed you and they charged you for the 6-pack of beer, and then they took your wallet.
I know.
That's a double robbery.
But you know what, though? I have shit on them so hard on my Instagram. Like, anyone that visits El Paso is, like, literally never going to go there.
She's going to take them down.
Dude, they suck. Their beer, I threw a beer out, guys. Like, I don't do that. Like, I tried it. I literally threw it out the window. I was like, ugh.
While you're driving? Are you drunk driving across America?
No. You're not understanding. Okay. I threw it out the window when I was parked.
Okay.
When I was parked
at the red light, yes.
So
it is road tripping.
How much seconds we got? Because I got to tell you something. So
45.
All right, good. Real quick, I was in this area, right? So I got past Texas, and then you get into like not Memphis, but West Memphis. I was in like West Memphis. You're getting past Kentucky area, Kentuckiana, and we went. And my friend, the Volcano, wanted like, let's just go find some beer. And we're looking for beers, and I mean, they're beers that we've just like brand X beer, like, and just the worst beer. And he's like, Jenny, like Heineken? They're like, a what? Like beer, it's in a green bottle. And they go, green bottles. They were blown away by green bottles. So that's good luck.
No, I know. I literally sat down and ordered an IPA, and they're like, we're out. And I was like,
we got 10 seconds. Oh. That's funny. We got 10 IPA. I'll make fun of you being a hipster after this break. We're on the air here right now. Rock 102.1 KFMA, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Joining us via satellite is the lovely and talented cat Rumbly, who is somewhere in I can't even say that word, in Texas. So, and at an undisclosed location in a town that smells like gas. And that sounds like fun, Cat. We've been talking about her misadventures here. On day one, she lost her wallet, and she's been kind of just hoboing it across America ever since, and doing okay, but we're still concerned. And so we're going to talk more about Kat's misadventures on the podcast broadcast stream. But first, let me give you a lesson here. This is why you never want to argue with your significant other while you're working. Okay. And this happens sometimes. I've been in situations when I was younger, in my 20s, more volatile relationships where you get so mad and you're just fighting and you're yelling, you're arguing over the phone. And then you like hang up your phone. You're like, I'm sorry, I may help you. That's usually situations that I've been in. There was a woman in Turkey, a 42-year-old in Turkey, who got sued after she went to get a laser facial. Okay. And at the time, the person who was giving her a laser facial, which sounds like something that Jeff Bezos likes to do to his girlfriend. I know.
Some Iron Man's doing
So while she went in to get her laser facial, the laser facialist was arguing with her boyfriend over the phone, and she got distracted and ended up burning this woman's whole face.
Oh my god!
Yeah, as she was arguing, because she didn't care what she was doing at the time. She's just yelling at him, calling him bum, calling him lazy, and whatever, and yelling in Turkish while pointing a laser at a lady's face.
Oh my gosh!
Uh-huh. Now she posted some before and after pics, and I could actually show you these on the stream. You ready to see this before and after? It's not for the faint of heart.
I'm terrified.
You should be.
This is like one of my things.
I know.
All right, ready? This is gonna be bad. It goes like this. Oh, boom!
Loading. No.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
So like they made this girl go from Kim Kardashian to looking like Kris Kardashian.
Oh my gosh.
You understand the reference there? They aged her 60 years by burning her face and made her horrifying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why was she even in there? She's gorgeous.
Because vanity is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
So we don't know the exact treatment she got, but she definitely deserves her money back at the very least.
Mistreatment. That's what she
got. And she sued her. She sued the lady who burned her face. And here's the craziest part of the story. They awarded her a settlement. Guess how much?
How much?
$260.
What?
For that.
What?
Yes. $260 is all she got. And they're letting the person she sued place 10 payments of equal installments. $26 a month for 10 months is what she's going to get for her settlement. So if this was America, she'd be driving a Porsche. She'd be getting $2 million.
Oh, where'd this happen?
In Turkey.
Oh.
So she got $260 Turkish money, and that's $26 a month for 10 months. Not even enough to cover the treatment of the laser facial in the first place.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a nightmare.
Yes, it is. And I want to share that nightmare with you. So the lesson of the day is, if you're working, do not argue with your significant other. Or if you're working with someone or someone's working on you, mechanic, whatever the case, and they're arguing with their wife or their boyfriend, go the other way. You don't want service from them.
Yeah.
All right. I tried to tie it up in a nice little lesson, but I don't know if we learned anything in this break. It's just a crazy story I wanted to share. I do have a beef tip that I will share with you next, but join us on the stream as we continue the misadventures of Cat Rumbly. It's the Rock 102.1 Facebook page or youtube.com/beefvegan. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, clear.
I have another thought, Cat.
All right.
And now this is
He's got a thought.
And I'm dead serious. Here's how I'm gonna help you. I believe, I don't know why, that your wallet is in your car and you should look for it.
Because you have a hobo car and you didn't look well enough. It's underneath the seat.
All your stuff is in your car and you took everything with you? Did you flip it upside down and turn it inside out to look in your car?
I did all of it, man. But I'm also like, maybe though, I'm kind of on your train because I'm like, why is no one using my credit cards?
Right. 100%. And you didn't cancel your credit cards?
I can't.
Okay, good. But no, that's good. I like that. I like that you didn't cancel your credit cards because you want to see if somebody's using them. But no, you're on to something, Powers. 100%. You need to check the little side door.
Yep.
You need to check underneath your car seat. You need to see if your dog may have grabbed it and put it somewhere in the back.
You also changed into pajamas, so make sure it's not in an outfit or pocket that you were wearing the other day.
That's right.
I looked. My pants didn't have pockets.
You also changed in that sports bra, so you got to check the guy who's standing next to you's jaw as that dropped and hit the ground.
So stupid.
I know.
It's so bad.
Speaking of bad jokes, let's joke off. Grab the sheet of paper here, Powers.
Oh, we're going to have a joke
Yeah,
off?
we'll have a joke off. If you thought that joke was bad, Cat, I have 5 more for you real quick.
All right.
Okay? I'll start it off.
Let me find it.
It's on the 9 o'clock hour page.
All
Stream
right.
only. Top 5 headlines of the day.
Okay.
All right. Here's our first joke. An Italian doctor offers sex to his patient to cure her of an STD. This is a real story that happened out in Italy recently. I'll let you guess how he also said he could cure her hemorrhoids.
Yikes. So let's do this news update stuff.
All right, Powers.
Look right in the camera. Scientists say human brains decreased in size 3,000 years ago to preserve energy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And decreased in size again this year thanks to TikTok.
Oh, wah. TikTok made us dumb. You still TikTok a lot, don't you, Cat?
I deleted it. Also, I was looking at the comment. Okay, someone said I look stoned. I'm not stoned. I'm effing tired, bruh.
Yeah. I'm homeless.
I was wondering if she hadn't seen the
Jesus.
comments yet. I'm
And
like,
then-
some of these comments are terrible.
Beef, thanks a lot. Now everyone's like, she's such a hipster. It's like, sure, I am. Yeah, what do you look like, sir or ma'am? Don't mess with me today. I got my Wyndham coffee.
Oh no, she got the Wyndham coffee.
So funny.
Living a high life.
She's don't get hot. Like that, you got to say, oh, too late, but you got to say, don't get hot.
Yeah, so keep those comments cool or get the ban. All right, next headline. Dr. Oz will run for U.S. Senate seat in Pennsylvania as a Republican. Many doctors have called Oz a quack and a charlatan. So we know he totally has a moral compass to succeed in politics.
It's true. That's all it takes. As part of a huge deal, USC is reportedly going to sell both of Lincoln Riley's homes in Norman, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
One of the homes is a 7,500 square feet. That's rare for Oklahoma, and even rarer, it has indoor plumbing.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Take that, you hillbillies.
Yeah, so don't go through Oklahoma because they don't have indoor plumbing. That's the joke. Boom. No?
These are terrible.
Yeah, okay. And finally, in today's headlines, 61 people got trapped by a snowstorm in an English pub for 3 days with an Oasis cover band. In totally unrelated news, the number of English people who believe in hell recently increased by 61.
That's fair. I think that's
waka
fair.
waka. Did you freeze, Kat? She loves these jokes so much her face froze.
Yeah, she's just bored.
All right, so yeah, it looks like, well, hopefully nobody went in there to cut off her Wi-Fi. I get so concerned. Enough. I'm so concerned.
You are concerned. You're a concerned friend. That's good, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, you see how feisty she is. Good luck to anyone who wants to fuck with Kat on a road trip, especially after the past 2 days she's had. She's ready to stab somebody.
Right? That was hilarious.
Uh-huh.
That was hilarious. See if you get her reloaded. That was her checking the comments and being furious.
Yeah, that's what happened. What's Tixie one? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, Gittins. Gittins with the Tixie one. Oh, there you go. Okay, I see you. I see you, Kat. You're back. I can hear you.
That's that Wyndham Wi-Fi.
Yeah. You can't even afford the Motel 6. She's at the Motel 4.5. No.
Can you hear me?
I'm done. Yeah, I can hear you.
Here's the thing. I don't care if people dish out stuff, but like they got to know, like, I'm going to come back. Like, hello.
That's right.
This is a society.
The comment, we're living in a society here. The commenters know that, listen, you bring that fire, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't put up with it, but we know we're all friends, right?
Yeah.
Guys.
Hey, I felt the burn, you know. I crossed the, like, I fucked up once, and then she like was like, "Wah!" I saw Cat's claws, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I learned my lesson.
That one time.
Just one time.
What? Yeah, time.
Huh?
Which time?
Which time? I said that one time. Well, it was only one time. I mean,
okay.
Unless you count this last podcast or your last appearance. What? Okay, maybe 4 times. But I
constantly, really is what it is.
No, not constantly. It's constantly. Yeah. So I hope that today, after you're done talking with us, you double check your car. And what was your other theory?
I'm going to put money on it. I'll tell you what. Because firstly, we already saw, I don't know how to give you money. I'll send you some money. And if that, though, I will double that money. If she finds that wallet, I'm going to be like, you still get some money.
No, don't do that.
All right, good point. I say I'm going to keep my money, and you're going to have to pay me $5. That's how a bet works.
Yeah. I think she froze again.
Yeah, that's that one.
Look, that's her appreciation face. You see how she's like, right now, like, she's thinking, I can hear you, though, Kat. But your picture froze. But right now, you can tell she's thinking, "Oh, that's so sweet, there, Powers. Thank you. Give me your money."
No, I don't know. I got a feeling. I got a hunch.
Yeah, it's got to be in there somewhere.
Wait,
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but your picture's just frozen.
Yeah. Now I can't. She clicked out. That's all right. We're almost out of time here for the podcast broadcast. Tomorrow morning, I think Justin Spears will come in. My favorite hater, Nicole, I think will be stopping in as well.
Heck yeah.
And then, of course, it's Friday, so we're going to have a lot of fun.
Already.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's some other stuff, too, that I'm forgetting, but I'll get there. Yeah, I see you.
Well,
so bad.
What? Are you outside on the patio now?
See, this is what she looks like. This is her holding the phone walking around Texas, trying to find bars and trying to find ways to pay for things.
I typed my name wrong and put Katka.
Oh, Katka. Let's see. Hold on. Let me remove this. Oh, yeah, it's Katka. What's up, Katka?
I'm plugging her Instagram a ton.
So gangster. Yeah, the Curious Cat with 3 T's. That's who you're going to want to follow for the adventures.
Texas.
Oh, this is your So Texas outfit. Yeah, you got that jean skirt dress. And then what is it? Is that a sheet? Is that a sheet? A sheet's used for your curtain? Yeah. It looks like a sheet, though. That's how cheap those motels are. They just put sheets up for curtains. That's how you know you can buy crack from your neighbor.
I gotta go.
When you have sheets for curtains. Go. Yeah, we gotta go too.
Yeah.
But hey, we will check back in with you. So when you get to another safe place, and I hope you find your wallet, and stay safe. And we'll talk to you here soon. Okay?
Yeah. Have fun.
Sounds great.
All right. Much love.
Okay.
All right. Bye, cat. Bye, cat's dog. Bye, Katka. All right, that's Cat, everybody. We got to wrap things up here, so let's do this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're almost out of time. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the broadcast stream, and just listening to the show all morning long. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue to have fun. Justin Spears from ESPN Radio will stop by to talk sports. My favorite hater, Nicole, stop in, tell me how bad the show sucks, and so much more. Don't forget your emails in at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML if you have an F My Life story. But first, let me leave you with this. Here's your beef tip of the day. All right, you know, the holidays, they say that you gain a lot of weight. Nobody likes gaining that holiday weight. It sucks. Do you want to lose weight? This is a legitimate tip that will help you lose weight through the holidays. And this, according to a new study, they say the secret weapon to prevent holiday weight gain is ... prunes. Prunes.
Oh,
that's the secret. Yeah, you may be able to prevent weight gain over the holidays by snacking on prunes. They will also make you 80 years old mentally, but at the end of the day, you're still not a fat 80-year-old, so that's good. Apparently, people who ate prunes felt fuller throughout the day and found it easier to shed the pounds. I don't know, maybe because prunes kind of go right through you.
Right through you, like nobody's business.
They don't say that in the study, but that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Dr. Beef.
Uh-huh. So that is your beef tip of the day. If you are concerned about gaining weight during the holidays and enjoying all that delicious turkey and ham and roast beef and lasagna and whatever you eat for the holidays, tamales for sure, tons of tamales. All right. Make sure you eat some prunes as well. And that way you'll keep svelte. You'll look as sexy as me someday. Oh yeah. Working your way down for 300. All right. That's it. That's all the time we have for today. And I'm not 300 pounds. Just a fun fact for you. All right. Don't forget, follow us on social media as well. Slide in our DMs. Just say what's up if you're a fan of the show, or if you hate the show, let us know what you hate about it too. We love hearing that. All right. Riley's up next. Don't forget, you're listening for your keywords at 1:15 and then in the afternoon with Razor as well to be the master of prizes to win that autographed acoustic guitar courtesy of the legendary Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains. All right. But that's all the time we have for the show. And as always, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later.
When
Later, guys.
you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your